I had at a young age. I was out in the streets, 13. When we separated, it was like we had to figure it out, and
How old were you?
I was like 14.
So hold on.
Yeah,
hold on. So now that was on Math Hoffa. Shout out to my, Math
What
Hoffa.
it do? It's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV back at y'all with another one. Let's get it, man. So Benzino, man, has said some very, very strange, concerning statements. He claims that his daughter Coi Leray should not be upset that Benzino is supporting R. Kelly. For those that don't know, Benzino feels like R. Kelly is falsely incarcerated. He feels like the women that, R. Kelly was dealing with, he feels like the women consented to it. And the person that should be blamed is the parents. You understand what I'm saying? So his daughter, basically, shamed them, criticized them, basically said that she doesn't want anybody to mention her and her father's name together. She doesn't want anything to do with them. She wants to be her own woman. And Benzino recently did an interview and said that Coi Leray should not be mad that he's supporting R. Kelly because Coi Leray lost her virginity at 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? Now, first of all, let me start by saying this, right? There's plenty of people that have lost their virginity at a young age, right? But the fact that Benzino was in his daughter's life, as far as I'm concerned, and she lost her virginity that young, that's wrong, right? I feel like 14 is just too young. Most people, I think, lose their virginity at like 16, 17, 18, but 14, you're still in middle school at 14, if I'm not mistaken, right? 14 years old is very young. You understand what I'm saying? And he's basically saying that his daughter was fast, right? His daughter was, one of these young little girls that wanted to act grown. And the fact that she started having sex so young, he's basically telling the world, look, my daughter was a hoe. She was a whore, right? She's one of those young girls that wanted to act grown, and she probably lost her virginity to a guy that was older than her, possibly 16, 17, 18, right? And like I said before, that happens a lot, man, especially in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, that happens a lot. And I'm glad that Benzino said this, man, because you got so many people out there that want to nail R. Kelly to the cross, right? But either them or people in their family are just as bad as R. Kelly, if not worse, right? Like, we know plenty of people in the family or we went to school with that was messing with girls younger than them, right? And it's wrong, right? But what Benzino was trying to tell people is, before you throw a stone, make sure your backyard is clean. Look at yourself. Look at your life. Look at what you've done in your life. And really ask yourself, should you be judging this person? Have you done something just as bad as this person, right? Because like I said, man, like losing your virginity at 14 to me is crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I lost mine at 16, but like, I know plenty of people. I've got plenty of friends. I've had plenty of girls tell me that they lost their virginity at 11, 12, 13. And I'm like, what? I'm like, because, 16, you're in high school. You feel me? Like, I was 16. I graduated. First of all, I graduated high school when I was 17, right? So my senior year, I was still 16. I didn't turn 17 until by the time I turned 17, I was already in college and I had already graduated high school because I started school a year early because my birthday is late in October, right? I went to private school, so I was able to start school a year earlier, right? So with that being said, like I said, man, 14, you're still in middle school. You're like 8th grade going into 9th grade, right? If I'm not mistaken. It could be 9th grade. But either way, right? If you lost your virginity at 14 years old, if you was having sex at 14 years old, right? You shouldn't be saying nothing bad about R. Kelly, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Because in my opinion, a 14-year-old should not be having sex, bro. So I see a lot of people saying that what Benzino said was wrong and Benzino's weird. And nah, man, he's letting y'all know, look, my daughter got y'all thinking she's this innocent, sweet young lady that's this and that, and she doesn't want nothing to do with me. When in all actuality, she's a whore. You know what I'm saying? She's a whore. Benzino has already said that Coi Leray's mom, I don't know, I think he said she was on drugs or she was a prostitute or some crazy shit, and she's had a lot of her bad influence from her mother. So it's obvious that Benzino was trying his best to, be a father figure and, stir her down the right path. But it's clear as day that Coi Leray, she's had too much influence from her mother. You understand what I'm saying? And, Coi Leray, at the end of the day, that's her father, right? I just feel like whether your father is a public figure or not, right? I feel like you shouldn't publicly criticize your parents. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, those are the people that gave birth to you. We already know that Benzino has a history of being criticized, right? He had a beef with Eminem. He's been on Love and Hip Hop, right? He's kind of been a laughing stock in the industry, right? So imagine you already got to deal with all these people bullying you on the internet, and then you go on the internet and see your daughter basically trying to disown you. You know what I'm saying? That's a hurting feeling, man. That is a hurting feeling when the person that you helped create is basically calling you a piece of shit and saying she wants nothing to do with you. So shout out to Benzino for letting people know what it is. Listen, man, I've always looked at Coi Leray as an attention whore. Her music doesn't sell well, right? She doesn't sell that many tickets when she performs at concerts. She's not a good performer, right? And let's be honest, she's a TikTok rapper, right? Her music is popular on TikTok and on Instagram, but when it comes to real life, when it comes to, performing a song, it doesn't hit. And the only reason why people pay her so much attention is because she used to date the rapper Trippie Redd, and she's always half naked, dancing, showing her ass and showing her body. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people like how she's very skinny and she got a little booty and she be twerking. And I'm gonna be honest, she's a beautiful woman. But when it comes to her music, people don't give a fuck about her music. Like I said, it doesn't sell well. It's just not that popular. So she's an attention whore, and she uses her body for clicks. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on Coi Leray. Shout out to Benzino for exposing her and letting people know that his daughter is not this innocent little sweetheart. And at the end of the day, man, stop publicly criticizing your father. So it's your boy Wavy. Subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment.